Hi, welcome back to our third episode of Double Gemini podcast. I'm Taylor.
I'm Gabi.
And we're your local chaotic Geminis.
Chaotic evil or chaotic neutral?
I don't know. I don't know.
You'll judge us after this one.
Yeah, honestly. So in the last episode, we said that we were gonna talk about, some pop culture stuff going on right now, some tea. We like tea. By the time this streams or airs, whatever, it might not be relevant anymore. It might be relevant, it might not be relevant, but
yeah, it depends if someone tries to make a comeback during this next month-ish, let's say.
But I have some tea I want to talk about first.
Ooh, okay. Let's hear
it. So I feel like everybody and their mother at this point knows the song Driver's License by Olivia Rodrigo, right?
Yeah.
We listen to it.
Beautiful.
Stream.
Listen to it in the shower, cry in the shower.
It's a tearjerker for sure. But
it's beautiful.
Since I watched High School Musical, the musical series, I've been invested, in Olivia Rodrigo and Joshua Bassett, and all that. And Sabrina Carpenter came out with a song. And, I just want to talk about that because, in our lives, we've been a little petty before. Yeah. Everybody's been petty. But
we even had a hat that said that.
We did have it.
Right on the
a baseball hat that said that. Yeah.
Yep.
But I don't know. I like Sabrina Carpenter and, I think she's not, I don't know. She's not the most relevant person. She's been in a few things. I watched her in Girl Meets World because I like Boy Meets World, but Girl Meets World wasn't anywhere close to
groundbreaking.
Right. No, nor was it anything like Boy Meets World. But besides that point, if you don't know the tea, Joshua Bassett and Sabrina Carpenter are dating, and Olivia Rodrigo is for sure in love with Josh, and he said he'd wait for her, and because she was underage, and he didn't. It's just men ain't shit, and that's on period. But Sabrina Carpenter came out with a song yesterday, and
do you know what it was called?
Skin.
Oh my god!
Because there's a line where she's "You can try to get under my skin, while he's on mine." And I'm ooh.
Why are you coming for a 17-year-old girl when you're in your 20s?
Right.
It's really...
she's 21. She just turned 21. And that's not that much younger than us. And so, oh my god, I don't know. It's just something doesn't sit right with me about it. Girlfriend, so obviously Olivia, kind of hinted at her in her song where she was she said you're with that blonde girl. But the song wasn't about her. The song was not about her stealing her mans or whatever.
Not at all. She just wanted to insert herself somehow.
Right.
Even though it's not about her.
It was just Olivia is going through her first, Olivia, her friends, hey, Olivia. Olivia's going through her first heartbreak. Maybe it's not her first, but and that's she's being vulnerable, and then her song was real good. That was a very good song.
It's number one everywhere.
Right. And she deserves the success that she's getting with it.
Yeah.
But the thing is Josh came out with a song too. Joshua Bass came out with a song last week, and then Sabrina Carpenter, I don't know if she raced to her piano and wrote a song,
And it wasn't good.
I mean, it was okay.
The lyrics weren't good. The
lyrics
were
were just they were kind of mean.
You can tell
it was some mean girl shit.
Yeah, no, you can tell she made it out of spite because nothing good really comes from making something out of anger.
Right.
Or that kind of anger.
Right. Where you're just yeah, so you wrote about how he's with me, and you know what? He is with me. And it's
don't rub it in. She's already heard.
Right.
Also, you're more of an adult now, so get your shit together.
I know, and everybody was leave Sabrina out of it, leave her out of it. It doesn't have to do with her because girls empowering girls that, and then she goes and does this, and it's ooh.
Yeah, no, it's just petty.
I wonder what he thinks about it.
He's probably trying to stay out of it.
I'm sure.
I don't know.
It's just I don't know.
The girls are fighting.
The girlies are fighting.
Didn't even ask to fight.
No, she wasn't trying to. She was just writing a song. Yeah. And like she said that like after she got her driver's license, she literally just like wrote that song. So it's just like coming from like a hurt place.
Yeah.
There's no reason to like make a really bad diss track against her for it.
That's really what it
was. That's exactly what it was.
And no one asked for
it. Nobody asked for it.
Not a single person.
Yeah. But that's my hot take.
Yeah.
Oh my god. Okay, so I've already said hot take a couple times. Not right now, but I think in the last episode too. And I was watching the Sweet Boys podcast. Shout out to the Sweet Boys, Andrew Sawicki and Garrett Watts. We love you. We are official stans of the Sweet Boys. Sure. But they were making fun of people that say hot take. And I think Andrew was also saying how people that say like, oh, no offense or whatever, things like that.
Yeah.
Or like unpopular opinion. And it's like, okay, yeah, sometimes it is a little cringy.
Hot take, they should come on the podcast.
Hot take, let's collab.
I think they're just fine on there.
They don't need us. You know what? The one other thing I wanted to say before we get into the tea that you wanted to discuss.
Okay.
We watched A Diary of a Wimpy Kid today. I'd never seen it. You know, obviously everybody read the books when they were like 12. Mm-hmm. But iconic. I just wanted to share my my Rowley impression with the class. When he goes, "Don't call me. Don't come by my house. We're done." Thank you. That's it.
That was beautiful.
Thank you. I thought it was very good. It's making a cultural comeback on TikTok.
It is that and Zooey Mama.
Zooey Mama and Roderick, because everybody was in love with Roderick.
Apparently. Oh, I was heavily in love with Roderick.
Do you want to unpack that?
No, I don't have time for that today.
Oh God. Don't call me.
Don't come by my house.
We're done. Amazing.
Yeah.
Yeah. Shout out to Rowley.
That girl on TikTok who also did a really good impression. I don't know her name, but she nailed that.
Yeah, she really did. Yeah. That was it.
Yeah.
Episode's over. That's it. No, I'm kidding.
Next up is Roger.
I will not watch any more Diary of a Wimpy Kid movies.
Damn it.
I'm good.
They're really so good.
I know they are.
They're so bad, but they're so good.
I mean, are they?
Yes. Okay. They were a cultural reset.
I said that everybody in the movie should have been like live action, except for Manny should have just been the little cartoon.
It was so cute back in the day.
Because Manny was the best part of that book. Like
Absolutely.
his little face. And then when he became the sign of the resistance, like during the riots back in May.
Yep.
The Manny will not be televised. That was funny.
What is the other thing that's, oh my god, not Groundhog, but the resistance on TikTok now?
Oh, the woodchuck.
Woodchuck, yeah.
I haven't seen that. I only saw them for like 2 days, like heavily, and now they definitely like dwindled down again.
So did they lose?
Probably. Did the woodchucks take over?
Did they take over, or did...
I don't know either. We'll have to look into that. You want to start us off with... You have been like, oh, I want to talk about this, so go off, sis.
Yeah, so we all know what's been happening with Trisha Paytas and Shane Dawson and Jeffree Star.
Right. I really wonder what it's going to be like from...
At this time.
How it's going to progress.
Yeah, I can only imagine that either... Oh, shit. There's been, like, apologies texted to Trish, I guess, but they mean nothing to her at this point.
I want to talk about this because I feel like I've had a lot of relationships, like, with friends that have, like, deteriorated or been, like, pushed to the side or whatever. And it's like, if you are friends with someone and you're like, oh my god, I am your best friend, it's been 12 years, you know, and then you don't ever defend them or, you know, say anything about them, or you choose someone else. And this doesn't even necessarily apply to just the Trisha situation with Shane Dawson, but who we don't stand, by the way. But,
yeah, no.
Okay, yeah, if you have a friend that's, like, been your loyal friend for a while and then they choose to be with somebody else over you, like, that is not a real friend. Like, you can have other friends at the same time, but if that person, in this case, Jeffree Star, is acting terrible to your best friend, especially a long-term best friend, you don't stay friends with them.
Yeah, especially when it's clearly just for the check.
Right.
Like, at this point, like, Shane and Jeffree have no ties except for Shane trying to make Jeffree not look like he's racist, but you can't have, one, a white person say that, and two, you can't have another racist say that someone's not racist. Considering
it's always the racists that have to be like, I'm not racist.
Yeah,
like,
if you have to say that in the first place. But also, like,
it's like, actions speak louder than words.
They both downplayed all of their shit. And, like, I didn't even fully realize, like, when I watched Shane Dawson, it was, like, the food videos and then, like, the weird documentary stuff where he just tried to make not good people look good. But, like, a quick plug of D'Angelo Wallace's video on Shane.
Yes, for sure.
If you want to know just, like, a snippet of what he's done.
It doesn't even apply necessarily to this tea that's going on right now. It's just in the overarching theme of like just educating yourself on like what he's done.
Yeah, and Trish didn't even want to watch his video because she defended Shane so hard she hated hearing anyone talk shit about him.
And I get like having like an idol, especially someone on social media, when it's like this is the day and age of, you know, celebrity kind of types on social media instead of like in the actual media or like entertainment. And it's hard to like want to get out of that cycle of being like, oh, like I love them, you know, but sometimes you have to look at the facts.
Yeah, like they've both done problematic things. One has been a little more blatantly worse than the other, considering you have to categorize Shane as pedophile, the bestiality aspect, the completely what am I trying to say? The menstrual show, racism shit.
Yeah.
That, like...
literally everything that D'Angelo Wallace says in his video.
Yeah, we're just... Yeah.
It's just...
because he managed to find... And also because it was circulating around Twitter, like, all of the clips and everything people didn't want to see. All of that, and then considering his shitty movie that he made and how much of an asshole he was to everybody that were just trying to help him when he clearly had no idea how to make a movie.
I think there are a lot of unproblematic people that you can watch on YouTube, you know, instead of him. I mean, not that he's on it anymore because, you know, now
there's no way.
He's canceled in his cancellation of his cancellation.
Yeah, and Ryland's not helping him in any way.
Which is just like, ooh.
I mean, Ryland also, not to like speak on what it is, but it just seems like he's also in there for the bag.
Are we gonna get dragged by the Dawsons because of this?
I really don't care. I really don't.
They would give us a lot of clout.
Jesus.
Do it.
I don't really care if they have any
Cancel
shit to
us.
say. Because also, like, just don't be a mean girl to people that you say are your friends.
Right.
Like,
that's the thing, like, just watching it happen, of course, this is all tea, this is all drama, you know, but also it's entertaining to, like, watch because, one, it's not your own life, so it's, like, you can kind of enjoy it a little bit, while also having, like, sympathy. Because, I mean, also, Trisha has been very, very problematic and does a lot of things, but it still doesn't like constitute like treating people with anything but like kindness.
The main difference is that she acknowledges it,
right? And
Shane's just like, that wasn't me, that was like a different me, when clearly it's not, when you're still being a backstabber to
like,
your best friend.
I don't like, you know, you can change as much as a person as you want to, but I don't know, you're still always you. Like you can't become a different person.
Yeah, especially with how bad he really was.
Unless you've really changed. And I'm sure that there are people that, like, you know, really change. But from the things that he's done, I'm saying, like, not. Just
yeah, like, the most unproblematic, I think, docuseries he did was with Graveyard Girl.
Yeah, because that was pretty, I love Graveyard Girl.
Yeah.
Bunny Meyer, but I watched her since I was young.
This person from our college had her palette, the Swamp Queen palette from Tarte.
Oh, really?
Yeah.
I remember when that launched and I was like, ooh, I want that. And then I would like look at all Tarte's products and stuff because I loved her like recommendation of Tarte. Like she would talk about the Amazonian clay foundation and I was like, oh, I want that so bad.
I love their blush.
Tarte was like one of the first prestigious brands that I like bought stuff from. That and Urban Decay, obviously, because I feel like everybody bought from Urban Decay.
Yeah, mine was Urban Decay. Like the Naked Heat palette was like the Too Faced Nikki Tutorials collab was the first palette I got.
Oh, yeah.
Because it came in the kit.
Yeah, I got the Urban Decay Naked palette, the second one, which I don't think they make anymore.
I don't think they do. They did like the relaunch, which is kind of similar, but it's
and I remember it was like the biggest thing because like I I got like a little money from something when I was in high school, and I was like, I'm gonna go buy that palette, and then I immediately went to Sephora and bought it. Oh my god! And I used it like every single day. It was like a great palette to like begin with, and now it's like I use the brightest colors, you know, like all ColourPop, the Fade into Hue. Oh my god, we just got the ColourPop Fade into Hue palettes. So good. We both ordered it a day from each other. I was very drunk on New Year's Eve.
It's very high tonight.
At home. I was at home by myself, but I was drunk.
We were FaceTiming each other, I'm pretty sure.
Yep. We're on a Zoom call with a couple of our friends. And I was like, should I buy more ColourPop? Oh my god, ColourPop is my guilty pleasure. Speaking
of makeup, let's talk about putting Trish in the conspiracy palette.
Oh my god, yeah.
And how no one... Okay, first of all, let's talk about...
Honestly, I forgot about that until she mentioned it in her video.
Yeah, but also how Jeffree Star is being no longer affiliated with Morphe, to the fact where they sold his palettes for like $17, some of the concealers for like
$3. It was like heavily discounted because they were trying to get rid of stock.
Yeah.
So it's like a going out of business sale, you know?
Yep. And I'm sure people bought it, but it's like... Because it's cheap. And
but
good quality.
Like, good on Morphe. Hey Morphe, good job.
Good job on dropping him. That was fantastic. Oh no.
My TikTok is popping off.
It is.
I made a TikTok last night with a clip from our last episode. And Charlie Gillespie, once again, if you're out there and you're listening, I hope by the time this comes out, you have commented on my TikTok.
Please, come on,
at
podcast.
Taylor Mass 2. You know, like once again, if you like Julian Phantoms, please follow me. I want to talk about it. Well, we're gonna have an episode where we talk about like our favorite shows and stuff like that. So I'm gonna go off. I'm gonna rant about it. It's a great show. Netflix. Hey, Netflix. I'm speaking to you directly. Renew Julian's Phantoms for season 2.
Please,
thank you.
Oh God.
Please. I will say that until I die. Every episode if I have to. She'll kill me by the end of it. Thank you.
Back to the tea for a second. Because it's just so much because, oh my god, what's even next? The fact that Shane said that Andrew and Drew and Garrett, like, it was their fault they had a falling out. Mm-hmm. Like, never trust people like that. I knew someone like that, and she called all of her friends alcoholics. They were shitty just when she dropped them. But then when my friend and I had to drop her, we realized what was happening. Right. It wasn't our fault. So never trust a narcissistic person.
Right. That's really what it is. It's just like ego.
Yeah, and like the Shane now is definitely just like a character. Like he's just playing someone that he wants to be, but he's not genuinely that.
Well, he's even admitted that in like past YouTube videos, like where he's like, it's all like an act. So it's like, if this person is an act, who are you really?
Exactly. And let's talk about how he's like, oh, I'm an empath. I'm empathic. You can't call yourself that.
Most people that are like, I'm an empath
are not.
They're usually not. We knew a girl like that in college. And it was remember that? The day that Trump got elected. And of course, you know, the entire country was upset except for the terrible people that voted for him. Dragging them. But
absolutely.
This girl that we knew, she comes into the cafeteria and she was like, oh my god, I feel so many people's emotions today. And she's like fake crying, you know, and she's like, guys, she's like, guys, I'm an empath, so like the energy around is like, do you remember this? Were you sitting there with me when this happened?
I'm pretty sure I was.
Yeah, and
because we were texting each other
while it was happening.
Yeah,
weren't we?
Because it's just like, it's ridiculous. Also,
why was she making it about herself?
Another thing made about herself that should not have been was another person from our school who visited like a plantation, took photos there. White girl visiting a plantation, and said, I just feel the energy of the people that were forced to work here and the abuse, and like they were talking to me and blah, blah, and this shit. And it's like, you are so disrespectful. For first of all, you shouldn't be there. Second of all, you shouldn't be like that. That's just crossing so many boundaries. It was so fucking bad, and she thought it was a good idea to even post it.
I know.
Like, you're dumb enough to like think that that's what's happening.
Dude, the people from her school are so weird.
Yeah.
They just did like the most white savior complex things you could ever imagine.
Like, we're not going to sit here and say that we're perfect, but we're not out here being false advocates.
Of course not. Like, we speak our truth.
We speak our truth, but we don't do it in like
speak your fucking truth.
In a savior
words
way.
Are my love language.
So just like speak your fucking truth.
Never stop speaking. If you know that video, we love you. No, yeah. I mean, yeah.
It's just disrespectful, honestly.
It's just a lot.
It's a lot. There's a lot to unpack there, and it's a lot, like, don't post that.
Right. I think that people need to really, especially in our day and age, need to work on filtering themselves in the right kind of ways, you know, and like
don't make someone else's pain about
really,
you.
and really think, like, before I post this, is this really a good idea? You know? Like,
yeah. Just like Shane's video with Eugenia Cooney. Was that a good idea to post? Was that a good idea to even make? Girl was fresh out of a facility that her friends helped her put into.
But
she got 51.
I wonder if she wanted that though, because she's. I mean, the way he went across it was weird, but she, of course, was like idolizing him, and she still like continues to, like, after the drama that happened. She's like, oh my god, nothing. What's wrong with him? Like, I wonder if she saw how he was helping everybody else and thought like she could gain back her clout after being gone for a year.
Yeah, and also she's extremely vulnerable, so she was very open to, like, I'm sure, someone that claims to be a savior or, like, a hero, which is, like, a huge issue, too, because he has a fucking savior complex.
Right. He does, too.
He does nothing to help.
It's the ego.
Like, even his series with Jake Paul that none of us fucking asked for, trying to say, is he a sociopath? Like,
are you a psychiatrist? Like, do you want to diagnose him as a sociopath? Like, what's the point?
I think it would be more interesting to, like, talk about, like, him and his brother and that shit, but also, like, don't try to make them look like good people and then try to make being a sociopath, like, also a negative thing, because there's a lot of sociopaths in the world that aren't doing, like, harm.
Right. There also is a difference between a sociopath and a psychopath.
Which he did not know the difference of.
No.
I swear to God.
Is he a psychopath? Is he a sociopath?
And, like, the YouTube psychiatrist, Katie Morton, who I have beef with personally.
You personally have beef with her? What did she ever do to you?
She's just fake.
No, I know. You just don't like her, but...
No, especially, like, the back and forth with, like, Eugenia Cooney and her friends, like, when she told Jacqueline to do this for her and, like, 5150 her, basically, and have this whole thing. And then later, she had a video with Eugenia that was like, I don't know why they did that, blah, blah, when she personally talked to her friends and told them to do that. Like, that doesn't make any sense.
I didn't know that.
Yeah, that was a big issue.
I never really, like, kept up with Eugenia Cooney, like, stuff.
Yeah. It's just hard, I think. I don't know. And there's, like, a whole lot of speculation that's not, like, my place to really talk about. But it's just, like, the stuff we do know is fucked up.
I mean, this is all just coming from us as viewers of, you know, like, like, I think I said this last episode, like, we're not really anybody.
Yeah.
You know.
It's just our taste.
You're just sitting and enjoying the ride with us of us rambling about things that we feel passionate about. And I don't know. It's weird because we did like watching his videos for a time, but it was, I mean, at least with me, and I mean, it's not an excuse to, like, support somebody like that, but I didn't know any of his old videos.
Yeah.
But then we learned about it and we're like, okay, bye.
Because I know he made that shitty movie. And then,
yeah, it was terrible. As far as movies go, like, you can take him away from it. It was a bad movie.
If they took him away from it in the first place, it might have the potential to be a good movie.
No, I mean, I'm like, take away his name from it. Like, the fact that, you know, people were like, oh, it's Shane Dawson's movie. No, it was bad.
Yeah, and he thought what objectively he wrote was funny.
Right. Objectively, not a funny movie. It was problematic as fuck.
Racist.
It was racist. And it also was it was poorly written. And it was just not good to watch. And I know it was like, if you don't know about it, it was in a competition between, like, another person directing it or directing her own movie. And they all had to follow the same, like, parameters for the movie. They all had to follow, like,
the same plot.
A plot, key points, plot points, stuff like that. And hers was okay. It wasn't, like, the best thing I've ever seen. But of course, it didn't get a lot of hype. No, but you, like, watch the two and you're like, these are coming from the same source material. How does one turn it into what he did? And it was like a narcissistic ego trip.
It was
of
a
a
joke.
movie.
It was horrible.
Yeah.
It, like, the fact Zachary Quinto took his name off of it because he's like, I don't want to be associated with this.
Him.
Yeah, good.
Fucking
all the best to Zachary Quinto in this world.
Honestly, like, right. And if you think any of what we're saying is like really judgmental, it is. We're judgmental.
Because I don't like pedophiles still having a platform.
Right. I mean, I think it was good how the internet. Okay. So the thing about cancel culture, I think, is that people really try to cancel anybody and everybody. And I think it is the same with a lot of things where it kind of turns into like The Boy Who Cried Wolf, where it kind of loses its meaning if everybody is canceled. And I don't know exactly what I'm trying to say, but Shane Dawson should have been canceled a long time ago. And like, I think his instance is justified.
Absolutely.
You know?
And then there's other stuff of like celebrities, like I heard something of Clairo being an asshole to a fan once, so she should be canceled. But it's like,
everybody's an asshole to everyone.
Yeah, people have bad days.
Right.
That's different than being like a racist or a predator or something.
Right. Like, ooh, a girl was mean to you, like join the club. You know, like
meet us in middle school, join the club.
Yeah. Like every girl is mean to anybody, and there's entire movies about it. Our cat has just entered.
I don't know if she'll even be in the video, but
she's definitely gonna jump up on the table.
Okay.
So if she does make an appearance, you will see her if you're watching. If you're just listening,
you might hear her little bell.
You'll probably hear her little bell. We keep the little bell on her because we lose her a lot. Mm-hmm. Not like outside, just in the house. She hides. Yeah. She doesn't hide as much as normal cats do, though.
Yeah. Like Jet.
Yeah, there was this cat in the shelter that was named Jet. And they were like, he is scared of everything. He is very shy. If you get him, you have to be like very careful with him. And sometimes we'll tell Tiki, like, we'll take her back to the shelter and we should have gotten Jet.
And she wants to bite us.
Right, when she's acting like a bitch. But she's a good cat, so.
Yeah, no, she was cute this morning.
Yeah.
Don't bite the tripod.
Oh my god.
Tiki.
Alright, bye teens.
Bye baby.
Okay, yeah, so.
Cancel culture.
That's yeah, like the Clara thing is a perfect example of that. Like, just because someone's mean to you doesn't mean they necessarily need their friggin' career demolished.
Because you don't know what's going on. But then there's like the bigger shit that's very much inexcusable.
Right.
Which deserves it. Like, yeah, Shane, Jeffrey deserve to be canceled. Like,
right.
Those are solid reasons to cancel somebody.
Yeah, it's just I think canceling should be more about like just deplatforming them. Stop giving them the voice, like, to spread shit that they shouldn't be spreading.
Yeah, because cancel culture, I remember, there's something about accountability is really what people are asking for. More than anything. But then
he, like, posted that, like, taking accountability, and didn't.
Yeah, no, he said he, like, weird stupid shit back then. Like, no, that
jokes.
Was doing blackface and having you and your mother say the N-word
and then it's like,
in a video.
You are equating those things to jokes. You are like bringing them to such a low level that they're just jokes.
When they're just deep-rooted racism.
I don't know. And again, we are not ones that can talk on racism necessarily, like an experience of racism or anything like that, because we're a couple white girls. But, more white people need to acknowledge what racism actually is and like stop being scared of acknowledging it, because then change happens that way.
And he didn't even in none of his apologies did he ever actually say like, I'm sorry, really. It was more like, I'm sorry you feel that way, not I'm sorry for this.
That's such a men thing. I'm sorry you feel this way.
But like, I'm gonna keep doing it. It was just a joke. Don't take it so personally.
Oh my god. Oh, no, shut up.
God. The fact that he's still monetized on YouTube, and the fact he still is able to have his channel, the fact he deleted 2 billion views worth.
It doesn't even matter that it does, but like, it doesn't even matter at this point that he's monetized, because he has so much money probably that it's like chump change probably.
Yeah, that's the thing that pisses me off too, is when he did the series with Jeffrey, was that he tried to make himself seem like he was still poor.
Oh my god, so poor. Like, I live in a mansion.
You're a millionaire, and you can't, and you also live in a mansion.
Right.
And he just moved into another mansion.
Right.
And has high security because someone tried to break into his new mansion. Remember that?
Mm-hmm.
Yeah, and it's like, just because Jeffrey
and he got robbed from that boyfriend of his.
Oh, sorry, I was talking about Shane. He was trying to make himself sound
Oh, I
poor
thought you
when
were
he
talking
still
about
lived in his
Jeffrey.
mansion. Oh yeah, no, Jeffrey too. I don't get why he tries to make himself like seem poor. He's literally like
he's
a
like trying to
billionaire.
humble himself, but it's like
It's not working, especially when you're a mean girl to other people.
mm-hmm.
That's a nicer way of just saying a bitch, which
I don't know. Like, okay, there's like being a bitch, and then there's being like just like a mean girl where you're just like
both.
trying to terrorize people's lives.
Yeah, he's both.
Versus like being kind of a bitch. Like, I'm kind of a bitch. I don't know.
Because also to slap food out of a hand of someone who has an eating disorder to begin with, that probably like is going to feel bad for eating in general. Like, you should not do that. Just because you're so skinny, it doesn't matter to you.
It's like that time that my ex-boyfriend, we were at Texas Roadhouse, and everybody who knows Texas Roadhouse knows that they are top tier when it comes to bread and butter.
Absolutely.
And you know what? Indulge in that shit. Don't let anybody tell you can't eat that bread and butter.
I miss that.
All right? Cinnamon butter, delicious.
They sold it.
Anyways, I went like this, and I went boop, and if you can't see that, but you know the sound effect, like the little swish of the finger in the butter, and just licked it. Just had a little butter, because why not? And he looked at me and he was like, "Ooh, this is the way you call yourself fat." And I was like, "I'm never speaking to you again." I didn't talk to him the whole rest of that night. That's for you.
You know who you are.
You know who you are, and I hate you. All right.
We hate you.
We hate you. Anyways, I don't know. Tea is interesting because it comes and it goes like really quickly, but I feel like as far as internet drama has been going, Shane and Jeffrey and stuff in the beauty community or whatever have been at the forefront of it for a while.
Almost a year basically at this point.
I think more than a year.
Because when did Tati upload her video?
That whole thing happened 2 years ago.
No, not the original James one, but the new one. When he's like, "You message drama
but
channels."
It's still been happening.
Yeah, that's true.
Yeah. You message drama channels.
Like, okay, and so do you.
Good. Drama channels deserve it.
You do too, probably. Why do you think your name stays relevant?
Power to the drama channels.
Tea spill and spilling.
Yeah.
Main source of entertainment. But yeah. People age well when they're unproblematic, like Cody Co.
Yeah.
Kelsey. Logan Lerman.
Logan Lerman. Let's talk about him for a minute. Did we talk about him last time?
I'm pretty sure. I think we talked about him in the first episode.
Beautiful. He's a beautiful man.
Aged like fine wine.
Fine wine. Like just those gray hairs on the top of his head. You know, don't objectify people, but I might look a second time at Logan Lerman as she passed by. You know who else is unproblematic? Charlie Gillespie.
Oh my god.
Hey, Charlie. I will refrain from simping for Reel it in, bitch. Oh. Yeah, I'm not that obsessed. No, I am. Absolutely. Hey, man. How you doing?
Just get level with him for a second.
Hey. I wonder if he's commented on my video.
Please come on the show.
Anyone from Julie the Phantom to be Savannah Lee May. I love you. I love your content. Please come on our show. Talk to us. A couple of gals. I don't know what sign you are, but maybe you're a Gemini, so we can talk to you. Jeremy Shada. Owen Patrick Joyner. Anybody. And the queen herself, Madison Reyes. We didn't forget about you. We love you. Best for last. All right. Anyways.
This is all their free promotion right here.
Yeah, I'll give it to them.
Where's our monetization for this promo?
Stream Julie and the Phantom is on Netflix. Netflix. Renew it. Okay, anyways.
Oh god.
Reel it in.
Come back.
Hated about it.
Oh my god.
But I'll go off next episode.
Yeah, for sure.
About it. For sure. I love television, I love entertainment, I love media. So I like talking about it. You like talking about it. So we're gonna go off.
And if anyone from Grand Army wants to be on the show to talk about the show,
anyone, we will become an interview podcast where we just talk to up and coming stars.
There's not enough Grand Army interviews on YouTube. That is something I've noticed. There's like
it's not getting any hype, I don't think.
It's not. Because,
I mean, it's getting a little bit, but
yeah,
it's just like there have been shows that have come out that I think have overshadowed it, like Bridgerton.
Absolutely.
Oh, Bridgerton's so good though.
But yeah, that show slapped.
Yeah.
To the girl that's writing the musical on TikTok, we appreciate you.
To all the boys I've loved before, we love you. Just kidding.
You know what movie I didn't appreciate a sequel to, and I'm not
Kissing
ready
Booth?
for a third? Absolutely.
Fuck the Kissing Booth.
We were 45 minutes in, and I thought we were almost done.
We were also drunk.
Yeah, we played a drinking game.
What was it? Oh, every time
I
we
saw
cringed.
It was like anytime a rule was brought up, anytime.
Yeah.
I don't know.
We'll find that list.
Yeah, we'll find it.
We'll find our own rule list.
And maybe you'll drink along with us. Just kidding. We're not rewatching that again.
Oh my god. We'll watch the third one, but that's it.
Yeah. Because I feel like we have to.
That was the worst movie I ever watched. I had a grudge against it for a few years.
Separately, the actors are fantastic. However, that just... Like, the fact Jacob Elordi went from Euphoria to that and was able to switch his mindset from playing the terrifying
Oh my
Nate
god,
Jacobs.
we missed Euphoria.
Oh fuck. Well, I think it might be on
Okay.
when we check after.
Alright.
It's okay.
Sorry, I cut you off.
It's okay. No, but it's terrifying how Jacob Elordi could go from playing the, like, scary-ass Nate Jacobs to, like, whatever his character is in The Kissing Booth 2.
He's so scary to me.
I think
he's a nice guy, probably.
I'm sure.
He's so fine.
I'm sure he's a very nice person. Because most of the time
he's Australian. Like, you want to hear my Australian accent?
Don't disrespect Jacob Elordi.
I'm going to do my Australian accent, alright?
Oh no.
Clear the condensation.
That's so far.
Ema!
Oh no.
Thank you.
Oh god.
Did you guys watch that show? Did you watch that show as a kid?
Which one?
H2O, Just Add Water.
Oh yeah. I haven't watched. I forgot about that though. Honestly.
Oh my god, I used to be obsessed.
Remember the movie Aquamarine?
Yeah.
Yeah.
I feel like either you were a mermaid girl or you weren't. Like either you really loved mermaids as a kid or you didn't.
Yeah. Tiki, get away from the tripod.
She's back,
ma'am.
Ladies and gentlemen. Tiki has returned.
Do we dare even start talking? Please don't. Please don't do what I think you're about to do.
Hi.
Are you gonna come up or are you gonna bite a cord?
She's gonna bite a cord.
I don't know.
She loves biting cords. One time I think she got electrocuted. Don't call PETA.
Oh no.
Hey!
Oh my god!
There she is!
It's the queen herself.
Welcome to the podcast. Do you have anything to say, Tiki?
Please don't bite the plant.
She loves eating plants.
Ma'am.
They're fake plants, so it's not
Yeah.
like they're poisonous. I mean,
But it's
unless
still
she
not
eats
good to
them.
eat plastic. Okay.
Alright, well,
I
think she just wants to be with the frog. We still haven't figured out what we named him yet.
I swear it was Ben.
I don't know.
I don't know. She's eyeballing the background pretty hard. Please don't.
I feel like this
I
is...
just no.
Stop!
So we have to take the plants away from you.
Tiki!
It's only that one she likes. Ma'am.
Can you, like, fuck off?
I swear to God, we're not mean to her. We just don't want her to get sick.
We're
She-
absolutely mean to her.
Oh, also the act. Joey King. Back to the actors in the Kissing Booth. Jake Bullardy, fantastic. Joey King in the not in the Kissing Booth. Joey King in the act. So
Joey
good.
King, I have a really love-hate, more hate relationship with her. I don't know why. I liked her in Wish I Was Here. That is a really underrated movie with Zach Braff. Great movie. Remember I showed it to you?
Yeah.
There was a time where Gabi didn't trust me to show her things because, like, I feel like I have a great taste in things, so I show, things off that I watch. Except one time I showed her Just Go With It with Adam Sandler.
I didn't trust
That
her
is
for,
a
like,
great
year.
movie. It's a terrible movie. It's so friggin' bad, but it's so funny. It's so funny. Oh my god, full circle moment. Sabrina Carpenter's ex-boyfriend was the kid in that movie.
Oh no shit.
And he posted a thing about Olivia Rodrigo's song, so I bet she was pissed about that.
Oh, I'm sure.
But again, that's not her business.
That's true.
Stay out of that girlie's business.
Girly Bop.
Girly pops. Yeah.
Are you excited for this new episode of Euphoria? Jules' episode.
I am, except I don't like Jules.
I know you don't.
Okay, I don't not like Jules. I think Hunter Schafer is a great actress. She's a phenomenal actress.
Is that her on the show?
No, she's a great actress on the show, but there's a difference between great acting, like liking someone just because they're a great actress and liking someone because of their character.
Yeah.
She's not a likable character. Most of those characters in that show are not very likable.
Especially Nate Jacobs.
They're very problematic, but they're written that way because that's realistic that not everybody should be put on this, pedestal. I don't know what word I was trying to say.
I'd love to have Barbie for
Yeah, Barbie for
Yep, on this show. Fantastic.
Yeah. I like what she's doing for plus size gals.
Yeah.
And everybody else.
Her character was important.
But even then, she is also a problematic character. Kat is,
Well, she's a minor online.
Well, not only that, but she pushes away all of her friends,
Yeah.
and complains and complains and complains, but also isn't there for them when they need her, no matter. It's like,
especially when Maddie really needed her.
But Rue is also a problematic character. Everybody is a problematic character in that show.
The only one that's not is fucking Lexi.
Ethan.
And
yeah. Right. Lexi hasn't done anything.
No.
I like her.
I can't wait for her episode. Ethan's episode.
Yeah.
Fezco's episode.
Mm-hmm.
The kid's episode. I can never remember his name.
It has something to do with money, I think.
I think so.
I don't remember either.
Sorry, kid.
Yeah. That's a show. I mean, we can always talk about this in the next episode, but that's a show that definitely got a lot of hype at the beginning, and nobody really was like listening to it. Listening to the hype, being like, oh, everybody's into it. I don't want to watch it. And I was the same way. I think you were the same way too.
I was too. I told every critique to watch it because my photos looked like that. I was like, I don't really want to watch it.
Yeah, but then I watched it and I was like,
yeah.
Yep.
I'm glad I didn't at the time though, because then it would have looked like too much like.
And Zendaya deserved that Emmy.
Oh, so excited she won an Emmy for that.
Mm-hmm.
I think that's also what stopped a lot of people from watching it in the beginning too, is that it's like, oh, it's this Disney kid like on the show.
Okay, here's the thing. Zendaya, I didn't like Zendaya at the beginning because I was like, okay, like I didn't understand the hype of her. I was like, okay, she was on Disney Channel. She made a little bit of music. I know that her like standalone Disney show.
She wrote,
was like Casey Undercover or something.
She like directed it or produced all of the episodes or something.
Did she?
Yeah, I watched a video on it.
Really?
Yeah, because originally when she was in Shake It Up, when she like quit or it was over or whatever, she like made Disney, like she made her own contract basically and was like, this is what I'm doing. If you want me this bad, like these are my new boundaries and my new rules.
But does that mean she directed that? She directed every episode?
Or she produced every episode or something like that.
Oh, she was probably a producer.
But she had more involvement with the show instead of just being like a puppet.
It wasn't a good show though. I mean, okay, I didn't watch it that much, but I just felt like, not that it was a bad thing, but she was trying really hard to be Raven Baxter in it.
I never watched it. I don't know.
It was just like the thing she did, like she would dress up in like disguises all the time. And I get she was like a spy or whatever, but like it was for like the sake of comedy and stuff that she like dressed up in these things. And that was like Raven's whole shtick, like in the show. She was always in like a costume or a disguise or whatever. I don't know. But that's what I like. I watched like a couple episodes back when it like first came out when I was a bit younger. I definitely wasn't the targeted audience still, but I was just like, I don't really get it. Like I felt like she was just kind of copying her, but if I watched it now, I bet I wouldn't feel that way. But
I'm excited for her new movie.
Yeah. And then I watched her in Spider-Man, and I loved her in Spider-Man because especially Far From Home, which I think some people didn't like. Far From Home is one of my favorite Marvel movies. But
I liked her in Greatest Showman. I hated Greatest Showman though.
Yeah, I didn't watch Greatest Showman.
It's not worth the time.
Well, I watched the first half of it on like Christmas Eve.
It's just cringy, and it's like, I don't know. Yeah. I also don't like that they're trying to make P.T. Barnum look like a good person when he wasn't.
I don't know. I didn't really get that vibe. Like,
well, they left out
like he was. I was watching and I was like, he doesn't seem that great of a person. But yeah.
No, but they left out a lot of big stuff because it was like a family movie. But it's like shouldn't. I don't know. But back to Zendaya for 2 seconds. Fuck Bella Thorne.
Oh my god.
Fuck Bella Thorne for that.
All right, we don't have to start beef with everybody.
Not yet.
On this episode. Oh my gosh.
It relates.
Okay.
To Zendaya.
Okay. Yeah.
Because she thought she was as great of an actress as Zendaya, and then you see her and shit, and you're like, eh.
I did watch one movie with Bella Thorne in it, and it did make me cry. But that doesn't take very much out of me to make me cry about something. I have a thing for watching really bad movies. I love watching bad movies.
That's true. They are fun sometimes.
Yeah. Head empty. Only Charlie Gillespie commenting on my TikTok. It better happen.
Head empty. Only one in Grand Army Season 2.
Take a shot every time I mention Charlie commenting on my TikTok. It's me manifesting it.
The more it's spoken into the universe, the more like...
Mm-hmm.
It might happen now. I'm not even going to try to rephrase that.
Yeah, I don't know. Do you guys know that person on TikTok? I don't remember his name on TikTok, but he does the skits of the woman at work who's like really mean to the young coworker. And he always walks in and he goes, "Hey, Martina." And that's my impression of him. Thank you.
It's been all week. And it's so fun.
It's been for like 2 weeks. Hey, Martina.
I feel like TikTok used to be more of a kid's app. Oh, apparently now they made account 16 and under private.
No way.
I heard that was a thing.
Really?
Mm-hmm. I don't know if that's true. I heard it though.
Interesting.
I heard it on TikTok, so I don't fucking know. But apparently it just has to do with like the protection of minors because there's a lot of like
as they should.
Yeah, honestly.
But also there's so many people on TikTok, like these young girls on TikTok that look like they're over the age of 18.
And then people like Mario Lopez think it's okay to go and like message them and try to fuck them when they're 15 years old.
I'm sorry, what? Mario Lopez is doing that?
Wasn't that his name?
Mario Lopez? The celebrity?
No, that's George Lopez.
No.
Wait, Mario
Lopez?
Wait, no, fuck.
Oh, no, that's George Lopez. You trying to drag Mario Lopez. She's trying to make Mario Lopez catch a case.
No, Mario Lopez is transphobic though, fun fact.
Oh, is he?
Yeah.
Well, then, I don't care about him that much. He's playing the Colonel in a new KFC movie.
I don't support it. Oh my god, what's his fucking name? Oh, Tony Lopez. That's what it is.
Oh!
Yeah, Tony Lopez.
I thought that was a girl.
No. Tony Lopez is the one, because everyone's commenting on his shit like she was 15.
Ooh. Come on, guys, don't catch cases. That's not good.
So Tony Lopez and Mario Lopez.
Mario Lopez!
I knew I was wrong the minute I said
That's George Lopez. Okay, yes, George Lopez does in fact exist.
The shit about how he took like a kidney or something from his wife, or like she gave him something in surgery and
George
then
Lopez?
he divorced her. Yeah.
George?
Yeah.
No way.
Yeah.
Mr. Lopez.
There was something because I saw his daughter has a TikTok and she made a video about it.
Really?
And was like his wife gave him some
stole
sort of
someone's
organ.
kidney?
No, he didn't steal it. When they were still married, she had the like right organ or some shit for him, and he had it, and then he like cheated on her and divorced her later.
Oh my god, that's terrible.
Yeah, that was
George. It's like Selena Gomez isn't friends with the friend that gave her kidney anymore.
I'm like, wait,
and kind of like tricked her into giving her kidney.
Who gave her?
I don't remember her name.
Was she a celebrity?
Yeah, she's. Oh hey.
Oh, what's up, Queen?
Tiki's back.
Hi.
I don't know. I shouldn't speak on things that I don't really have the whole facts on. I watched the TikTok about it.
Yeah, the fact that we say we started on TikTok, maybe, I don't know.
I love tea spilling sessions.
Yeah.
I love tea. And I think we spoke our minds.
We have 2 minutes left.
All right, bet. Well, on George Lopez note.
On the Lopez note.
On the Lopezes.
There's a problem.
All three
Tony,
of them.
George, Mario.
Are they all related?
No.
Well, in one way they are.
In Scandal. In Scandal, sure.
Well, I guess that's that for this episode, you know. Yeah, like we said, next episode I think we're gonna talk about our favorite shows, favorite TV. I'm gonna pop off about Julie and the Phantoms. We're gonna talk about Grand Army. We're gonna talk about shows that we really don't like, probably.
Yeah.
And then just whatever comes to mind.
Mm-hmm. A tangent, most likely.
Most likely, yes. So this has been Double Gemini Podcast with Gabi and Taylor here, and signing off.
Signing off, babies. We'll
all right, babies.
At some point.
We'll see you sometime.
Yeah.
See you next week.
See you next
Tune
week,
in.
maybe.
Follow us on TikTok. Double Gemini Podcast.
On Spotify. Double Gemini Podcast.
Literally anywhere.
Just Double Gemini Podcast. You'll see the little pink microphone.
Follow us on Instagram. Double Gemini Podcast. And everything will be linked below.
Including our personal
Yes.
medias.
Go follow us on. Just see what's going on in our lives.
Follow our photography and graphic design pages.
Maybe.
Mine
hasn't been updated in a while.
Oh, God.
Well, all right.
All right.
Bye.
Bye.